Hello all, I'm Josh's Josh Builds Stuff, and this isn't necessarily a haul video, but I did recently gain something very valuable. It's perspective. You see, my wife and I were actually recently in the hospital. She had to have something removed. Thank you to all of you who reached out to us during this time. But they actually let us keep what they took out of her. Do you want to see it? Some people might think this is a little gross. Here it is. It's an actual human child. There are some of those in the LEGO community that might not be very familiar with what this is. It's a girl. A lot of those out there don't think that girls like LEGO, and that's the topic I want to explore today as a new dad of a new little girl. So I thought it would be fun to explore all of the best aspects of the female-targeted LEGO themes. Because pink isn't a girl color. It just happens to be a color that, when used on toys, brands, and marketing, tends to skew focus groups towards positive in female-identifying individuals between the ages of 6 and 23. It has nothing to do with gender. This is all just good business. Remember that as we go forward here. Also, I know you probably didn't even notice, but we flawlessly jumped forward in time about 2.5 months or so. Jovi is practically grown at this point. Did I say her name before? Her name's Jovi. But it's been 2.5 months since that initial recording. She's doing great. She's sleeping right now, which means we're all doing great, but that lapse in time might explain the extra bags under my eyes and the, well-decorated office now behind me. Don't worry, pink is not a girl color. Remember, it just happens to contrast well with, the screen. And yeah, I'm wearing the same clothes I was 2.5 months ago, but you try doing laundry with 3 kids. What are we doing? Oh, we're exploring themes which are female targeted. Here's the themes that come to mind, which, well, LEGO would never explicitly say a theme was for girls, but here's the themes that I consider being more for girls. LEGO Friends, LEGO Dots, LEGO Disney, parentheses, princesses, any LEGO Marvel set featuring Scarlet Witch, any sequel-era LEGO Star Wars set featuring Rey as the protagonist, because the future is female, even in a galaxy far, far away, a long time ago. So the past is female in that universe. Now, once again, I'm not saying only girls can like these themes. There's going to be a lot of backtracking in this video. This is just one such example of that, but let's go through those different themes and point out some positives about them. Starting with LEGO Friends. The parts selection in these sets is incredible. They've got great pieces, diverse colors. You're not going to find a pink scooter and a hamster tube on the bridge of a Star Destroyer anytime soon, unless you've made a mockery of a Star Destroyer. LEGO Friends is very well known for its representation, and as we all know, representation matters. From mini dolls to mini Dotsons, we're finally getting more characters which reflect the look of real, valuable members of society. For example, Autumn was born without the lower part of her arm, and she's still shown to be adventurous and loves the outdoors. Just don't call her handy, because that trait would be better attributed to Nova. She fixes things. Also, with all this representation comes taxation. That's right, it's time for Heart Lake City to no longer be a haven for the billionaire elite, and we can finally funnel some of that tax money into the local infrastructure. Most of these buildings are missing their back halves. These tax dollars are desperately needed. The next theme, which is female identifying person targeted towards. Rearrange those words, that sentence will make sense. The next theme I'm talking about today is LEGO Disney, specifically LEGO Disney Princesses. Disclaimer, it's perfectly normal for people of all genders, ages, walks of life to enjoy Disney, except if you're like one of those adult Disney weirdos who takes multiple Disney trips per year without your children just to hang out with other adults that also like Disney as much as you do. Bit weird, man. Bit weird, man. Or woman. This is a female, But Disney princesses. Princesses have always been a wonderful role model in the sense that they teach little girls that they can get through life with just a doting look and a good singing voice, which that encourages getting into the performing arts and creative fields like that. So yay, princesses. For example, Moana here. She encourages independence, striking out on your own. You don't need no man to help you return the heart of Tafiti, and Maui doesn't count because he's a demigod, not a man. That last bit kind of defeated the point of that whole sentiment. Speaking of, my kids recently got me a bunch of rocks as a gift. Not everyone would love that, but I think it's a sentiment that counts. It's those little things in life that as a dad, you can't take for granted. Sorry, we're nearing rock bottom. Let's get back on topic. Disney princesses, a lot of castles here, which is great because it means that these girls would be much more prepared to exploit the vulnerabilities in real life castles when we inevitably revert to medieval times due to economic collapse and nuclear responses in again an inevitable World War III, maybe then our newly elected female leaders can finally teach us something about de-escalation. Makes me think of that time my wife and I were having a bit of a tiff in the middle of the mall, so I just hopped on the escalator and went down to try to de-escalate the situation. It didn't work. In fact, it just took our problems to a different level. She said I couldn't sink any lower than that. Then I took the elevator to the basement. But like all of my arguments with my wife, I was wrong on so many levels. But while we're trying to concentrate on this LEGO Disney theme, I think they're getting much better at making sets which appeal to much broader audiences. They're making more minifigures, fewer mini dolls with the new CMF series coming out. They're making better sets and environments which appeal to more people, being the upset and the don't get upset about the, just watch my review, I'm not gonna make more up puns here. That would be sinking too low, like it popped my balloons. Okay, I'm done. We're gonna have to pause here because my camera also identifies as female and it's currently having some hot flashes, and I regret saying that already, but my camera is currently overheating just a tad bit, so we're gonna come back to this. Not in 2.5 months, just in a few minutes. LEGO Dots! This theme encourages girls to spruce up their workspaces with plenty of pencil holders and paper clip holders and rubber band holders. There's Dots markers and Dots pens, and all of this is just, it's perfect for when you become a secretary someday. That's not offensive. I mean like a high power secretary, like the Secretary of State or like the Secretary of the Treasury. You know, channel your inner Jen Psaki, Janet Yellen, who's the Secretary of the Treasury at some point. Girls can be secretaries at the highest level. LEGO Dots also gives us a somewhat unique piece of merchandise in the Secret Diary. Personally, I think it encourages independent thought, self-reflection, record-keeping, creative writing, and an infinite other number of uses when a strong female puts pen to paper. That sounds patronizing. I apologize immediately. I'm attempting to be genuine. But if my daughter thinks she's planning to use that little lock to keep little secrets from her little father, who's not that little, I'll have you know, not here. We don't keep secrets from Papa Bear, not in my house. And while we're in my house, the thermostat will stay at 78 degrees. That's a perfectly economic temperature. It saves water if you don't flush number ones, and you don't need to call an electrician for what can be fixed with $10 of Romex and a couple of wire nuts and no more than 10 trips to Home Depot and 1 trip to the emergency room just to check in and make sure everything's still working right with the old buzzer up there. Pun intended. We've fallen a little deep into the daddit hole. That's like a rabbit hole, but full of dads. It's not a place you want to visit. The next LEGO theme that LEGO doesn't say is for girls, but tends to market towards girls when you go to lego.com/toys-for-girls. It's LEGO Classic. They give you all these big boxes of pieces, which makes perfect sense for the women in my life, because in my experience, ladies hate being told what to do. And in reality, LEGO instructions are just another form of mansplaining. Don't mansplain to me how to build a rocket ship. Give me a bunch of pieces, I'll build whatever I want, says the strong female creator, whom I support. LEGO also promotes the Creator Cozy House as a set which may appeal to people who may identify as girls in this case. Girls can like cozy homes, even though they may reinforce the stereotype of a domestic life. At least the set comes with plenty of glass elements so that you can build the ceiling made out of glass so that you can break right through it. There, we redeemed ourselves. Moving on. LEGO does make note of several other of their themes, which they say would work well if you're looking for a gift for a little girl in your life. Some of those themes that they pointed out are like Harry Potter. I get that. The main character is Hermione. She really saves the day, so girls can really get behind that character. Also, LEGO Super Mario, and I'm not one to put a price on any female, but in this case, in LEGO Super Mario, it's $20. I paid $20 for the LEGO Princess Peach. I didn't want to buy the whole starter kit, but I got this thing for $20, and I keep it on a shelf so that my children can't get to it. What does that say about me as a father? Also, LEGO says little girls can like LEGO animals, which makes a lot of sense because by nature, girls are very nurturing to natural things. That's not how that's pronounced. Also, LEGO uses a picture of a certain LEGO tiger to promote LEGO animals, which is beautifully designed, but it has one very distinct design feature. Also, LEGO says girls can like STEM, and that's absolutely true, and LEGO makes plenty of sets to encourage such things. And if you think that STEM just stands for the stem of a flower and girls can only like the LEGO Botanical Collection, well, that's on you, because I also love the LEGO Botanical Collection. But LEGO is saying that girls can like STEM as in science, technology, engineering, and math, and LEGO has a bunch of sets that are related to those subjects. I fear we veered a little far from the topic we intended to talk about today, using, of course, the royal we, not trying to backtrack to Disney princesses again. And so here's the twist. I'm not going to start buying a bunch of different LEGO themes just to appeal to a certain gender stereotype. No, I'm going to continue buying the current LEGO themes that I enjoy buying, but maybe we can find a way to twist the current LEGO themes into also appealing to all genders. For example, Star Wars has plenty of great female figures. We mentioned Rey earlier. We've got a new Ghost set coming out from Rebels, and Hera, that's a great female role model. She's an accomplished pilot. Bo-Katan, if you want to buy some Mandalorian sets, she's gonna be the new leader of Mandalore. Also, Ahsoka is a girl, and she's in Star Wars, and she's got 2 lightsabers, and that's pretty cool. So your daughter can be like Ahsoka. As stated before, LEGO Marvel has plenty of great female superheroes represented at this point, including like Miss Marvel, literally named Miss Marvel. I didn't watch a show, but that doesn't mean it's not a good show. I'm getting a little burnt out on Marvel stuff. And so in an attempt to conclude this video, I hope you all realize that this has all just been parody, and I've used the fact that I'm having a daughter as an excuse to explore what I think is a fun LEGO topic. But in reality, obviously, all LEGO themes and LEGO sets are appropriate for all people. Everyone should just buy and build and enjoy whatever it is that they want to build and buy and enjoy. And so if you've watched this point in the video and you're saying to yourself, oh boy, well, that's a part of the problem. You should say, oh girl, or oh, any gender can buy any LEGO set they want. That's the whole point of this video. And as with all of my videos, I hope you will respond somewhere in the comments with your own opinions, because all opinions are valid. Unless you're literally insensitive or mean, then those comments, they'll just disappear. But in this case, give a thumbs up on this video for gender equality, and give a thumbs down on this video for gender inequality. That's the kind of thing we downvote, and if you downvote my video, I'll assume that that's the reason and not that you don't like me or the subject of this video. As always, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I'll see you next time. Look how cute this baby is in the outtakes, in the outro here. Look how cute this baby is, and forget everything I've said up to this point.